We are back at the top of another Savage stream. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Sorry, I had to adjust my camera. I'm a little bit thrown off because I had forgot to disable the buffer for the stream. Remember, we did the poker tournament and I like hit go live and it's talking about like storing the data and stuff, and I was like, oh yeah, I forgot. So I don't know if you guys saw anything, but I had to like get out of there and start it over anyway. If you like crypto mining content, be sure to subscribe to the channel, like this video, and share this video because that helps with the algorithm and stuff. So it'll help out my channel a little bit. And by the end of this video, you're gonna know how to mine Zcoin, which I've really done very little content on, to be honest. And I'm just kind of getting into it again now. I know I looked at it a while back. I think I did maybe one video on it. So I wanted to take another look at it. And this week is probably gonna be all Zcoin, most likely. If I'm thinking about it the right way, that's what we're gonna do. But by the end, you're gonna know how to mine Zcoin using, by the end of this video, you're gonna know how to mine Zcoin using NVIDIA GPUs and HiveOS. So let's get into it. We are gonna just dive right in. And if you go to Zcoin's website, just real quick about what Zcoin is, it's a privacy coin. You all know how I love my privacy coins, right? It's focused on financial privacy and freedom of commerce. It's not a fork of ZCash like a lot of people think. They use completely different cryptography. Zcoin uses RSA encryption and ZCash uses ZK snarks. And if you look at what to mine, and this is another reason I kind of wanted to start doing content on it again, is because basically it's been at the top for quite a while, or at least near the top, you know, in the top 5 at least, for quite some time now on NVIDIA GPUs. Now, I don't know if it's all of them. This is just my specific rig. Let's look at a 1660 Ti. I would imagine it's at the top over there as well. Okay, it's close. It's underneath a Raven. Okay, so about 42 cents a day after power. Let's look at something else. We'll go with a 2080. See what that looks like. About the same. Okay. But for this rig that we're going to use tonight, which is two 1070s, two 1070 Ti's, and two 1080s, it is definitely at the top. So I wanted to, you know, look at maybe mining it for the week or something. So we'll see what happens, but I might throw some hash power at this thing. So anyway, so just wanted to show you what to mine was looking like. I know it's not the only source, but it is at least something that you should kind of pay attention to if you're looking at profitability. So this video assumes that you already have HiveOS account, have a HiveOS account and a rig already up and running on HiveOS. If you don't, I'm going to run through the setup real quick of HiveOS, and basically you would go to hiveos.farm and click on install after you do the sign in and sign up. I think after you click here, you have to do, you know, fill out a little bit of information, just an email address, I believe, and then maybe first and last name or something. And then once you get that email and you get confirmed and everything's good to go, then you can log on. But while you're waiting on that to happen, you can just click install. In our case, we're going to be using GPUs. So you would just download the zip here. You can see I already have it downloaded right here because I wanted to speed things up a little bit. Then there are instructions down here on how to do it. So if you just keep scrolling down, you'll figure it out. But I'm going to show you using Balena Etcher. So Balena Etcher, I believe it's in the instructions actually. Let's see here, make sure it's still in here. Yeah, right here. It's the very first option here. And it looks like this whenever you install it and run it. I'm going to select image. We'll go over here to downloads and double click on HiveOS. You don't have to unzip it or anything. It knows that there's an image inside there. So you can see right there, it pulled it out of there as a zip. Now the target, I'm going to use a 32 gig Samsung 3.1 or 3.1 USB drive. So I'm going to insert that and then we'll get that up and running. There we go. And it's probably already got some OSs on it, or an OS on it. So we're just gonna cancel out of all that stuff. Yeah, it was NiceHashOS actually. And then we will go flash. Now, I always show this. If you click the tools and deselect, by default, it'll look like this. If you want to speed things up a little bit and not have to uninsert and reinsert your USB drive, then move that over to the left, unselected or unenabled, disabled, however you want to say it. Validate right on success. I always turn that off also, because if something doesn't go right, I'll just reburn it. It's not a big deal. So then those are the two settings I always make. And then we click flash. Comes up to this right here, warning, and then yes, and off it goes. Shouldn't take that long. While that is burning, we will go ahead and talk a little bit about MTP, or the algorithm that this is going to be using. So let's go over here to basically they started off as Lyra 2Z, or Lyra, is it Lyra 2? I can't remember. Actually, it says it in here somewhere, I believe, where they started off with a temporary algorithm, and then they eventually moved to MTP. And MTP requires 4 gig of memory plus functional implementation overhead. So your video cards are going to need at least 6 gigabyte of VRAM in order to mine MTP. And CPU mining is going to require, if you try to do CPU mining, it's going to require 6 gig of RAM per thread. So keep that in mind if you're doing CPU mining. And MTP was created by Alex I'm never going to be able to say these names. Wow. I said it earlier. I was practicing, and I actually said it. Now I can't say it. But anyway, Alex and Dimitri from the University of Luxembourg, in a paper published 4 years ago in 2016 titled Egalitarian Computing. And the simple definition of egalitarian computing is equal for everyone. These guys also developed the Equihash algorithm that's used by many other projects. So MTP makes the use of botnets and GPUs and FPGAs and ASICs, the latter anyway, less advantageous because it establishes the same cost for computations across all these devices. It's very computation heavy to find the solution, but once it's found, it's very quick and efficient to verify. Now, something to keep in mind about MTP specifically that you should keep in mind as a miner is the fact that it uses a heck of a lot of network bandwidth compared to other algorithms. A lot of bandwidth compared to other algorithms. It basically requires large proofs to be sent to the Stratum server in every share that it submits. So the network utilization can be affected in a really negative way. Networks that seem to work fine mining other algorithms, Fhash or CryptoNote algos or whatever, those may get saturated with the demands of MTP comparatively speaking. Basically, you should plan on using about 1 gigabyte of data. Now listen to this, 1 gigabyte of data per miner per day, or 30 gigabytes per month if you are mining 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 4 weeks a month. So that's a lot. That's quite a lot of data compared to other algorithms. And I think that this is still the case. I know that they're on like MTP version 1.2, I believe now, and I believe that it's still heavy though on that side. I don't think there's been much efficiency gains in the algorithm to create less network connected or network utilization. So, all right, so we're going to use the Google Sheet like we used to in order to track all of this and keep track of what we're doing. And I'm just going to start filling this out like we used to. So the coin name is Zcoin. The ticker is XZC. Algorithm is MTP or Merkle-Tree-Proofs. We'll get the pool and port. Let's see here. I'm not going to worry about any of this stuff. And basically all of this stuff that is at the top here that is not grayed out is kind of like required for you to successfully mine a coin. And all this other stuff down here is just extra good to know information. So let's go ahead and fill out some of that as well while we're waiting. We got a couple more minutes, or maybe another minute. So what we'll do is we will go to miningpoolstats.stream, and let's get some information here real quick. So we're going to go to miningpoolstats.stream, go to XZC or Zcoin, type that in, click that. And then you can see here that 2Miners has a huge amount of the hash power for Zcoin. I'm going to try to spread the hash power a little bit, and we'll use Mint Pond. But before we go there, let's go ahead and scroll down here. We have some explorers. We want to get the Bitcoin Talk thread as well when they launched. This is an older project. It was in 2016 whenever they first launched. So they've been around for 4 solid years, you know, almost 4 years. So that is that's huge. And as far as development goes, I believe that they started even before this announcement here. So they have been around a long time. 4 years is a heck of a long time in this space, you know. So let's go over here, and we are going to what did I copy? I copied the Bitcoin Talk announcement. So we'll just go like that, and then again, this is just good to know information. So it was October of 2016. Sounds good to me. Zcoin, whoops, what did I do? The website is zcoin.io, I believe. I'll get that in a minute. Let's go to back over here to let's see, October 6th. All right. So that's the announcement thread if you want to read about that. And it seems it's super active. I mean, they've got 383 pages. I don't know if anything's real recent. Let's see here. Yep, July 5th. Yeah. So some pretty recent posts on here. So if you want to catch up on everything that has ever happened to Zcoin, you can read through these 383 pages on Bitcoin Talk thread. All right, let's go over here to, let's also go to CoinMarketCap, I guess, would be a good place to get some information. Let me make sure I got that website right. Yeah, zcoin.io. All right. All right, let's get back over here and make sense of this. Let's go block time. Let's see, we're gonna have to go to what to mine, go to coins, just to grab all this information. We won't have to do this each night, you know. After tonight, we'll just kind of skip over this part. So block times are 5 minutes, it looks like, or should be 5 minutes. You can tell that's old, right? Because, you know, 2016, 5 minutes was half as fast as, twice as fast as Bitcoin, because Bitcoin is 10 minutes. But now, you know, all the newer projects are way less than that, just because they want to appear to have a faster network, right? So it's kind of silly, but depending on what your goals are. Okay. Let's see, block reward is 14. Wallet method, we're going to use Zelcore. I already have that open over here. So we're going to use the nice, perfectly organized Zelcore wallet. And we're going to go grab the address from here. So I'm going to go, I just added Zcoin. I don't have any in here yet. So I'm going to go receive, grab this address here. Let's do that. We'll put the address in there too. The address goes up here because it's something that you actually have to have, right? Right here. I reorganized these, so I'm having to look for stuff. All right, so there's the address. Let's go with a market value. Market cap was 58 million. Pretty big project. Been around a while, like I was saying. Oops, that was... I'll figure it out. Give me a second. This is supposed to be, it's what, $5, I think? $5.52. USD. All right, volume was 17.6 million. That's a lot. And maximum supply, 21,400,000. All right. Ranking was about 100. It's 103 right now. It varies a little bit. And then the what to mine site is right here. We're gonna get going. Just give me a second. Just collecting the information here. All right, they do have a mining help website off of their main website, Zcoin.io. I'll put this in here. I'll try to remember to put it in the description as well. There's that. All right, so we are good. So now we just need the pool port. That'll be the next thing. Like I said, I was going to use MintPine, so let's do that to spread the hash rate out a little bit. They only have 286 miners over there, but it looks like they are, you know, active and hitting some blocks and stuff, so that's good. And they undercut 2 miners by 0.1% on the miner fee. That's funny. All right, let's see here. So this is MintPine. We're going to go to Getting Started. And then here are your addresses. It tells the algorithm and the ports and everything. We probably won't use SSL or TLS. Depends on the miner. Yeah, so speaking of miners, we can use for NVIDIA, you can use CC Miner, T-Rex, CryptoDredge, or TT Miner. We'll probably use T-Rex. I like T-Rex, but I don't know which one does really great with MTP. This is something maybe we can learn, you know, as we go here this week and figure out which one is best, you know. Maybe I can do a little bit of research and see what people are saying about that. Also, for AMD miners, you would use SG Miner, Team Red Miner, or Wild Rig Multi. I believe that Team Red Miner and Wild Rig Multi, they're not listed on here, but they do list MTP as being one of the algorithms that you can mine with them. So I would imagine that it's just, you know, a situation where it's not updated on the websites, and miners have actually made it possible to mine with their miner on AMD GPUs. So what we're going to do here is, if you want to find out like which pool you should connect to or which stratum, I believe that this one is probably gonna like a load balancing. But if you wanted to find out, you could always let's see here, go and bring up a command prompt or even PowerShell or whatever, and you can just go ping and then the address, and then what you're looking for here is the milliseconds in time, right? So this is your ping time. So it's under, you know, you always want to be definitely under 100 milliseconds for mining, right? And so you can see there that we're under 100 for there. But if we go over here to, if we try to use EU, and then the symptom will be that you'll get rejected shares or invalid shares and stuff like that. So if you go over here to the EU in Europe, you can see that the ping time is a lot higher. So in our case, and like I said at the top, probably just want to use this one anyway, because this is probably load balancing and failover maybe. I don't know. I don't know all the details about it, but looks solid as far as that goes. So let's go back over here. Pull in the port. We're going to go values. We need the port. Let's use 8192, I guess. All right, and then we talked about the miners and stuff. We'll get to all that in a minute. What we need to do right now, though, is we need to finish up our imaging of NiceHash. So it did finish. And then if we go to, you're going to get a lot of these pop-ups like this whenever you finish on Windows anyway. And you just cancel them. And you need to get back to the USB drive. And the volume is going to be called Hive. And then you saw in mine, I believe you saw it. Let's see here. Yeah, see there's no workers in here. So you also have to add the worker. So the first time you log on to HiveOS after signing up, you're going to basically look like this. I believe this will be like default form or something like that. But you're going to go into that and then click the little plus, add a worker. It's GPU. We'll call it Kessel_savagemine. And this is what it was named before. So I'm just going to leave it like that. Tags. Throw it something like that. Normally I put like the different GPUs that are here, but I'm not going to worry about that right now. And then we are going to, you know what I'm going to do, because I remember this from last time. I need to pull this over here just a second. So after you click add, it's going to show you, you can't see this, but after you click add, it's going to show you the farm hash. It's going to show you the rig ID and the rig password, but it's also going to give you an option to download the rig.conf file for this worker. And that's what you want to do. You want to just grab that rig.conf file that you created, that was created for you with HiveOS whenever you created the worker. And then it throws everything in there that it needs in order to boot the rig off of it. So if you click that, it'll look like this. You know, it'll open up the window like this. And you can see I already downloaded it before, but that's what you want. You want that rig.conf file. And you can look at the settings in it if you want, you know, at some point. But if you download the one that they create for you, it makes it a little bit easier because everything's already in there that you need. All right, so hopefully that makes sense. Get back over here. All right, so now I'm probably safe to pull this back over here now. And then if you go to, if you're in your worker like this, and then you click, actually, if I click on that now, it's probably going to come up with the same information. Let me just go ahead and copy that rig.conf file. I had a lot of these windows open. Let's see here. Get rid of that. Cancel that. Yeah, basically you just don't want to format the disk or anything like that, even though it keeps bugging you to. It's just that Windows can't read the file system, so it tries to tell you that it needs formatting, but you don't want to do that because you're going to be overwriting what you just did. So anyway, I'm going to right click on rig.conf that I downloaded, copy, and I'm going to throw it on the root of Hive, which in this case is E. So this is the USB drive. Just paste it in there like that. Then I'm going to right click, eject. I'm going to uninsert the USB drive. I'm going to throw it into the rig. Throw it into the rig over here. Probably need to get an extension cable over here. All right, power on. Get resituated here. All right, let me check the chat while we're waiting on this thing to boot up. What's going on, guys? I've been talking nonstop, so I just now checked the chat. Let's see here. What you guys talking about? Hey, what's up, Unknown Crypto, Red Panda, Hash Raptor, what is up? Mining Pirate, what's going on, man? Crypto Mining Lifer, what's up? Chris from New Mexico. All right, guys. I think I'm kind of caught up. I don't know. Y'all aren't really like pinging on me, so it's good that y'all are chatting over there. All right, so this rig does not have a flight sheet or anything, so we need to go ahead and create that. We can go ahead and do that while we're kind of waiting on it to fire up. Hopefully it's firing up. So let's go ahead and, hey, what's up, Dread Lord Fred? What's going on? So let's go ahead and do our wallet. So we click on wallets here. We need to add a wallet. and the ticker is XZC. Remember, the wallet address was going to come from Zelcore. You can mine right to that wallet. Click on that to copy. Throw that in there like that. We'll call it XZC Savage Mine. Not going to worry about the source for pricing data or anything like that. Just do it pretty basic here. Do create. Then we're going to go to flight sheets. Type in the ticker again. The wallet, the one that we just created, and then the pool. Okay, so Mint Pond is in here, so this will make things super easy. Okay, so we're going to click on Mint Pond. It wants us to use 3000. We actually documented it as different, so that's cool though. We'll do that. And then click apply there. And then the miner, it wants us to use CC Miner. That's interesting. Okay, so we'll use CC Miner this time just so that we can see what the, oh, you know what? That's right. Okay, so this DJM34 miner, the miner fork for CC Miner, is the Zcoin official miner, from what I understand. I think I saw that earlier today whenever I was playing around with this. So that's probably why it's recommended inside of HiveOS like that so easily, and it's already configured. Probably why, because it's the official Zcoin miner. So that kind of makes sense. And then they actually throw some extra settings in here. That's weird. Devices 0. Okay. I don't know if I don't know where it would pull that from. Okay, so we'll play around with this and see if this works. All right, so apply changes. We'll give it a name of XZC Savage Mine. Let's go ahead and put the pool in here too. I like to specify that also. So we're gonna go Mint Pond, just in case I create more than one. So now the flight sheet is created, and we're going to go back to workers. Click on the check mark there. Go to flight sheets, the little rocket. Come down here and click on XZC. That's the flight sheet that we just created. Click on that and then click apply. So now it has a flight sheet assigned to it. So let's see what happens. It seems like it's not talking, but let's give it a minute. And I don't, you know what's bad is I don't have a monitor on this machine anymore either. On this rig, not right now anyway. So I'd have to go and grab it and throw it back on here to see what's going on with it. But it definitely seems like it's not talking. So let me power this off. I'll change the USB port that I'm plugged into here. See if that'll make a difference. Sometimes it does. These rigs are a little finicky sometimes. I don't think I missed a step. Does anybody know if Brandon is going live or anything? I know he's been busy with stuff. Doesn't look like it. So I got a couple more minutes here. Where did my HiveOS go? Did I close it? Oh no, that's right. It's a different window. All right, all right. What's up, Red Panda? What you need, man? I think I did this last time too. I got ahead of myself, and it was actually working. Like it's downloading and installing the update or something. You know, the first time that it talks to Red Panda, taking a month off of YouTube. How could you? That wouldn't be like you. Oh, I get it, man. I do get it. And you've got a lot going on with the family, and that studio is looking sweet too. That's going to take some time. I've got some smaller projects that I'm kind of working on, but it does take time, you know. And I want to, like, much like you, I want to document like the whole thing, and then hopefully, you know, have it for, you know, maybe it can be helpful to other people. And it's hard though, because you, like, for me, I just want to go and do it, but whenever you're planning like content around it, it makes it more difficult, because you have to, okay, you know, camera angles and lighting, and, you know, what time of the day and all kinds of stuff. So yeah, I know, man. I know. Babies are a lot of work. All right, so this thing is, I don't think it's talking. I don't think it's talking at all. What do y'all think? Yeah, that's a lot of work, man. That's a lot of work. But if there, yeah, like Dreadlord Fred said, man, if there's anybody that deserves a little bit of a break, it would be you, man. You've been killing it for like what, 2 years straight now? So more, or almost 2 years. Have you gone over 2 years yet? I don't remember. I know you started like right after me, I think, and I went over 2 years already. So yeah, it's crazy. Crazy, man. Yeah, Kessel's not showing up for some reason. This sucks, because now that means I'm gonna have to go and grab my monitor out of the garage and plug it up and see what this thing is doing. I'll tell you what I could do. Let me do this. I know we just burned that image. Let me, because I think I had, oh, you know what? Let's see if this works. So I had an image. I had this running on HiveOS already. So let's see if this other USB works. Yeah, it's probably something, you know, rigs are finicky sometimes, especially the H110 Pro BTC Plus. Sometimes, because I have the, it's not ideal situation, but I have the onboard video enabled, and I think that causes like problems, right? Sometimes it'll boot and sometimes it won't, and whenever it doesn't, it seems like if I plug up a monitor to it, that it's in the BIOS, right? So it booted up into BIOS, like it can't find the boot device or something. It's just weird. It's just one of those little quirks. The other two rigs that I have, the shared rigs, those I have the onboard video disabled on those. All right, I hear it. I hear it. Why do I not see it? this rig was on HiveOS already. This is interesting. Wonder if I plugged in the wrong USB. Maybe I plugged in the... Let's see here. No, not that. That's so weird. It's definitely mining. I mean, I hear it. It's fired up like it's... The fans are spinning crazy, so... Huh. What is this thing doing? How weird is that? All right, troubleshooting in progress. All right, I'm gonna check out this USB drive. I thought that this one was set up already with HiveOS. Let's check it out here. I don't want to go too long here, but this has got me flummoxed. All right, I'm gonna pull this over here and look at the rig.conf file and see what is going on over here. Okay. All that looks normal. Oh, maybe. Okay. All right. You know what I think? Here's what I think. Actually, this makes sense now. Because remember, I created a new rig. So what I did was I had the rig.conf file, and I did this last time too. I had the rig.conf file from the previous rig. So, you know, the system doesn't see this as the same thing, right? So, all right, let me see here. Let me see if I can figure this out. All right. So I needed to overwrite, that's what it is. I needed to overwrite the rig.conf file that was on the drive. That makes sense now that I think about it. All right, so let's eject that now. Should be good. All right, let's try it again. Let's do it. All right, what are we betting? Is it going to show up this time? I think it will. I'm supremely confident. All right, what are you guys? Oh, we're using USB there, Red Panda. You know how it is. Yeah, what I did, I kind of like mentioned that. Yeah, this is definitely how not to mine. Yeah, it's tough whenever you're trying to do it live and then you want to you know, do it as accurately as possible, but sometimes it doesn't work out like that. Now I hear that it's firing up again, but it's still not showing up in here. Huh. All right. I'm gonna get mad. Let me try something here. What's weird is it definitely sounds like it's doing something over there. All right. Give me just a second, guys. I'm just I'm looking at the other USB drive. Just making sure it looks right. Matches everything up. Yeah, I was trying to make it a little bit faster by already having some of this done and kind of messed myself up. Okay. All right, we're going to try this again. I'm going to eject that. All right, let's try this again. I think I got it right. This is kind of a weird problem now because, I mean, I know I've got the right configuration file and stuff now. I think I would have to, if this doesn't work this time, I would have to go and grab the monitor and see what this machine's saying. And it could be kind of confused because of how I did it, because you know, the naming, I named it exactly the same, but it had a different ID and all that stuff. So maybe the website's just not understanding what I'm doing here. Yeah, this is definitely not as slick as normal. Normally I like to do it within 30 minutes, like from burning the image all the way to actually mining in 30 minutes, but not gonna make it this time. But that's okay. We'll figure it out. And you might be right, I might have to just start over with the rig. Delete the rig, re-add it. What I might be able to do too is just delete it from here and let it boot and add it itself. That might work too. Now this time it doesn't sound like it's doing anything. The rig isn't really like firing up, doing much. Hey, what's up, Crypto Jason? All right, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna turn the rig off. I'm going to delete. And this is at the request of Cryptith. We'll see what happens here. All right. Hey, see you later, Crypto Mining Lifer. Thanks for hanging out for a minute, even though I'm hitting a roadblock here. Hey, what's up, Savage Viking? Yeah, it looks like I'm gonna have to go and grab the monitor. I think by now it should have at least shown up in here. Let me go and grab the monitor. I'll be right back. Red Panda Mining's like, see, you should use Windows. Yeah, but I'm like, you know, reinstalling the OS from the get-go too. We're gonna get it, don't worry. Probably did something silly that I normally don't do this time or something. I don't know. It was something goofy. Seems like. All right, let's see if we can get a display here. Yeah, I don't think I've ever even had this problem. Not specifically like this. Normally it was. I mean, it looks like it's booting up and everything, so it looks good. Says started HiveX server. Hey, what's up, Crypto Mikkel? I have basically broken my HiveOS, I guess. I don't know. There's no config field in response. That's what the error is. Error, no config field in response. But it's not even showing up here. All right, so, all right. Turn this off. Let's grab. All right, I'm gonna leave that rig as the display because I'm gonna do some things on this end and see if I can figure this out. So I don't have a. All right, if you don't have a worker created, I would assume that you would need a lot more information in here, like farm ID, rig ID. Okay, so let's do this. Let me just make sure you guys can't see what I'm doing, but what I'm doing is I'm adding the worker again. I'm naming it Kessel _ savagemine. We'll put a password on here of miner. Sounds good to me. One tag. Don't worry about description. Add. Okay. Now I'm going to download that. You know what I might have been doing? I bet. Okay. Yeah. I think I realize what I'm doing now. What I was doing wrong here. Alright, I think I got that. Okay. Double check this real quick. All right. I think we're going to be good this time. I think what I was doing is I was just copying the rig.conf file back to the downloads folder, but not to the USB drive. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't have been drinking on a Monday. All right, let's try it this time. Try it again. We're gonna get it. Crypto Mikkel, you just got home? What, from work? All right, we're close. We're close. All right, yeah, that's what I was doing. I guess I was just copying it to the download folder and not to the USB like an idiot. So, yeah, my bad. All right, so let's go. What's this thing saying here? Missed the flight sheet. Okay. And see, we probably need to do upgrades and stuff too, but I think that all the miners that this flight sheet is using are already in there, so I don't think that that's going to be a problem. We'll go ahead and click on this again and just reassign it. Or maybe, you know what, maybe it does need that. It needs the upgrade. We'll go ahead and do that then. Although the flight sheet should probably say Let's go in here and look. Yeah, I mean, this one's been out a while, and it says the latest version. So it should be all right. Let's go ahead and we'll do the upgrade. Okay, so it was actually mining before I did the upgrade. So, but it looks like some of the GPUs weren't in there or something. So we'll let it do the upgrade and go from there. All right, we're close. We're close. And it's going to be smoother, you know, from here on out, like tomorrow, because what I do want to do though is each night I'll do a little bit more about, because Zcoin is pretty intense as far as like all the stuff that they're doing. So I'm going to have to kind of like break it down. Like tonight I kind of went over MTP and the protocol or the algorithm. So tomorrow it might be, maybe we'll dive into like the node part of it, right? Because they have, and this is what's cool about projects like this, is they have staking and the mining, right? So they have two different ways for income. And I'll probably dive into that tomorrow. We'll probably do, if this works, we will probably do AMD on NVIDIA, or I'm sorry, AMD on HiveOS tomorrow. Although I don't think that's going to be very efficient, but we'll play around with it anyway and see. That'll probably be what we cover tomorrow. Alright, so I definitely need to restart this rig. It's only got one GPU mining. So let's do a reboot. It did say successful, and I know that in the past we've always needed to do a reboot after the upgrade. So I'm going to do that. Bitcoin Jack in here? What's up, man? Yeah, he's everywhere. All over the place. Non-stop. Dreadlord Fred, you need 6 gigabytes or more. Okay, so I know that this is not normal. Yeah, I think you're right. It's like, that's a good point, Vincula. And I actually looked at that and I saw it and I'm like, why is that in there like that? That seems strange, you know? Yeah, good point, good point. Let's pull this out of here. Maybe it did that automatically because the rig was messed up at the time, right? Whenever we were trying to configure it, it didn't know what the hardware was. Maybe, I don't know, we'll see. All right, that looks a little bit better. A lot of wattage. Because I don't have a overclocking template for this, I don't believe. So let's see if we can See if we can do this real quick here. Actually, it does have one right here, but that was for, I don't know if it's going to see it as this particular rig. I guess it would. See it as the same rig. There is settings in here. I don't know where I got those from, but it's on fire. All right, so what are we doing here? I stopped mining for a second here because I want to see. See, it's got 0 overclocks in here, but I don't know why, because this rig, the name anyway, has overclocking templates for it right here. So I don't know why it's like that. Let's see here. Super long video, man. Sorry about this. Kind of ran into that little bit of a problem. I think we're gonna get it squared away here though. Alright, so there we go. Now we got some overclock settings in there. That's good. Alright, here we go. Let's go and check and see what Overcooked Panda's database says for MTP, because I haven't done this. I haven't mined MTP in a really long time. So it says 90, 900, and 120 for 1070s. And then for a TI, it's 150, 1000, 135. So it looks like I had input the settings for a 1070 Ti basically into here for the template. And then for a 1080, looks like 210, 1800, 150. That seems like a lot. All right, 210, 1800, 150. We'll try it. Hey, what's up, Sonyaneer? What is going on? All right, so probably looks like maybe Yeah, the auto fan is off. Let's turn that on. No AMD. Yep. All right, so the fans are messed up. So that's why the overheating is happening. So now the auto fan should kick on and it should clear that up. I hear the fans firing up. You probably can hear them too. So you'll probably see the temperatures drop in here pretty quick. On NVIDIA, without the auto fan on, a lot of the miners are not going to configure your fan for you, so it just kind of lets it run and get like totally hot. So normally for NVIDIA, I turn the auto fan on in HiveOS for sure and just let it control it. Probably see these temps drop. I could probably restart it and get them down a little bit quicker, but we'll let it see if it can cool it. Oh, Sonia, yeah, it's really awesome to have a really clean house. Feel like you accomplished something, you know? I know the feeling. All right, so we're getting the temperatures down a little bit here. Looking pretty good, pretty solid. I think that this is pretty decent hash rate too. So we'll go 15 mega hash. Let's head over to what to mine here. 15. What kind of power draw we got here? We'll look at the wall here. I'm going to it's not showing me. The app's kind of goofing up here. What does HiveOS say? 812. So we'll plug in 812. It's probably going to be more than that. It's probably maybe 950. So 812. We'll plug that in here. We'll go 900. And my cost is 10.3. All right, so it looks like with that hash rate, I'll just double check it here. It's right at 15. It is cooling off, so that's good. So about $280 a day profit. $83 a month, $1,000 a year. But again, you know, you guys know that this is like right this second. That's what it is, because tomorrow it could drop off and not be profitable anymore. So you have to just stay on top of it, you know. I would have to do a video on a Lightning node. If you're talking about like BTC, I'd have to do a video on it. So everything looks pretty good here. I think that we are pretty solid at this point. I would probably play around with the overclocks a little bit, maybe to get some efficiency, because some of these numbers are kind of high to me. I don't know why these aren't showing up. I would have to play around with this to see. I don't know if it's maybe just this miner is doing that. I don't know. Because if you go to what to mine, you know, it's going to have totally different clocks that it uses for the calculations. So, you know, over here you're looking at 15500, 15500, and 125,500. And I've done several videos on comparing them, like going over here to Overcooked Panda's overclock database and grabbing these settings and comparing it to you know, what to mine uses for their calculations. And it seems like, efficiency wise, it seems like I could get better with what to mine says. So I don't know. Probably need to do a little bit of more testing on that stuff. But all right, so tomorrow, it looks like tomorrow we will be going over AMD on HiveOS, and we could probably, like I said before, we could probably skip over a lot of this stuff now. We've got a lot of data in the spreadsheet. I'll probably go ahead and fill out the rest of it and be ready for tomorrow. But tomorrow is going to be AMD on HiveOS and Zcoin. So we're going to stick with Zcoin probably the whole week. And maybe on Fridays I'll start doing like a summary of like mining news for the week, maybe for Crypto Fireball Friday. I think maybe that's kind of like a good plan to kind of summarize the week in mining, crypto mining. I don't know. Sounds pretty cool. Probably do something like that. Plus, I'm still working on some videos that should be super helpful for some of you out there. And I just have not been able to nail down like the whole, yeah, I know it's a little hot, but it's hot in here too. So give me a second. It's probably most likely the overclock settings, because like I said, I threw in here the overclock settings from Overcooked Panda's database, and they're usually a little higher than what I typically would put. So let's go ahead and do this real quick. I'm going to go ahead and put in here, let's see here. Let's go with, we'll go to what to mine. So we'll go 150,575 TDP on the 1070s. 150, 150. I'll show you how this changes. So the 1070s, I like them around 105 watts, somewhere around there. Seems to be pretty efficient that way. And then for the TIs, we got 150,575. So we'll just quickly be able to see the difference here real quick once I get this in here. I want to say the 1080s are going to, I probably could just put 500 for all of them. I think that's the way it is. What was the 1080? $125. So the TI, I'll give it 115. Oops. 1080, 120. Let's try that. All right, so you'll probably see the temperatures drop. I don't know about total hash rate. They'll take a little bit of a hit probably, but not too much. Hey, what's up, Shuby? What is going on, man? So I got totally off topic. I don't even remember what I was talking about. Is it really just that hot in here? It is pretty warm in the room. Shuby, the poker game was pretty good. Gundy actually won. There were 21 players, and it was a lot of fun. I didn't get any cards, and I got called all in. I had pocket jacks, and I got called by Queen 6 offsuit and 8-9 offsuit, and I lost to both of them, and that sucked. But other than that, it was really good. We had the Technicals in there too. He was playing. So that was really cool to have him around. All right, so we're all cooled down. We did lose, what, 2 mega hash, 1.5 mega hash, something like that. All right, I'm glad you're ready for the next one, man. We're probably, I mean, I thought we would have a lot more than 21 players. I really did, and but everybody's saying like, yeah, you just got to keep doing it. You know, keep doing it, and we're looking at maybe doing it once a month. You know, and then as time goes on, we should have more players. You know, that are interested. So I think it'll be cool. Plus, we need. I didn't have time to nail down a lot of the details like the prizes for first, second, and third, maybe, you know, or at least some type of a payout for, you know, first, second, and third, or the top 15% or 20% of the field, or however we're going to do it. I didn't have time to work all those details out, so we didn't do it, and we just kind of we didn't give anything to the winners. In other words, like other than their charity, the charity donations to their choice of charity. That's all we're doing. So we need to work out something to where you're playing for at least a little bit of something, right? Whether it's $5 or $10 for first place or whatever, you know, just something small. At least make it worthwhile because it took about 2 hours. It was 2 hours. The length of it was pretty decent. I thought that for 21 players, 2 hours was all right. It did seem to go a little bit faster than I would like because the levels were like 5 minutes long. Plus, we probably in the future we would take out the breaks. There were breaks every 55 minutes, and it came really fast, and they were like 5 minute long breaks. So we'll probably take the breaks out of there maybe, and just keep on rocking. You know, just you know how crypto folks are degens anyway. So we would be okay with no breaks, just rock right on through the whole thing. But it was fun. It was a ton of fun. I mean, it was 2 hours on a Saturday afternoon, you know, playing poker against YouTubers and stuff. It was cool. It was fun. Yeah, looking forward to the next one. I think it'll be neat. Yeah, so we got the temperatures down there, Nim. I think we're all good here. And we will, I'm going to sign off because it's been an hour and 20 minutes already. So that's crazy. That's way longer than I wanted to go. I wanted to go 30 minutes and that was it. I will see you guys tomorrow. AMD, HiveOS, tomorrow, Zcoin. More information about Zcoin probably. I will see y'all tomorrow. Stay savage, everybody.